Hey, welcome to another episode of my show, JC Diaz Uncensored. Today's episode of JC Diaz Uncensored is brought to you by no one, just me, no sponsors. Today, guys, we have two things I want to talk to you guys about. The first thing is Prince Andrew out of England, Great Britain. He is the very first piece to fall under the pressure of the Epstein saga, like I call it. I call it the Epstein saga. Everybody else calls it the Epstein files, but I do call it the Epstein saga. It's just what it is. He was arrested today in Great Britain, in London, at his residence. And the second thing that I want to talk to you guys about is Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton, she was in Munich, Germany. She is speaking, or was speaking, in a conference in front of leaders from Germany and some other countries, and she let Trump have it. She ripped into Trump. So first off, let's start the show, and we'll be back in a few seconds. Welcome back. Thank you to all my subscribers for always supporting me. Keep on coming, and I'm gonna keep on coming. You guys support me, hit like, share, and subscribe, and I will continue to bring you the news and continue to bring you opinion-based news, and I will continue to bring you great content. All right, guys, so let's get to the first part of our show today. So Prince Andrew has been arrested. He was arrested today, early morning. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor was arrested, and it is in custody on suspicion of misconduct in public office. I'm going to read to you guys the police statement, and then we're gonna play a video about it. So this is the police statement in full as Andrew was arrested. We have now seen a statement from Thames Valley Police which says, as part of the investigation, we have today arrested a man in his 60s from Norfolk on suspicion of misconduct in public office and are carrying out searches at addresses in Berkshire and Norfolk. The man remains in police custody at this time. We will not be naming the arrested man as per national guidance. Please also remember that this case is now active, so care should be taken with any publication to avoid being in contempt of court. The Assistant Chief Constable Oliver Wright said, following a thorough assessment, we have now opened an investigation into this allegation of misconduct in public office by the defendant. It is important that we protect the integrity and objectivity of our investigation as we work with our partners to investigate this alleged offense. We understand the significant public interest in this case, and we will provide updates at the appropriate time. So Prince Andrew was arrested today early morning, and all this comes because of his relation to the Epstein saga. I call it the Epstein saga. Everybody else calls it the Epstein files. So let's go ahead and play the video of the moments when he was arrested, and I'll be back right after that.
This is a Fox News alert, straight to breaking news out of the UK. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly known as Prince Andrew, has reportedly been arrested on suspicion of misconduct in public office.
Chanley Painter joins us now with the breaking details. Chanley, he's in trouble.
That's right. Hey, guys, so police say they took the brother of King Charles into custody on suspicion of misconduct in public office. Officers reportedly arrived at the royal estate in eastern England earlier this morning to make the arrest of the former prince, who turns 66 years old today. Andrew is in custody, and investigators are carrying out searches at addresses in Berkshire and Norfolk. Police are releasing this statement in part without naming Andrew, by the way, saying, quote, following a thorough assessment, we have now opened an investigation into this allegation of misconduct in public office, an offense that carries up to life in prison in the UK, by the way. We're still waiting more details of this breaking news, but this comes after Andrew was stripped of his royal title last October over ties to convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, and after Thames Valley Police said they were assessing a complaint over the alleged sharing of confidential material by the former prince with the late sex offender. The former prince has consistently denied any wrongdoing. Misconduct in public office refers to, quote, serious, willful abuse or neglect of powers relating to the role of public office. We shall see what comes of this. It's a developing story, as you guys know, so we'll keep our viewers updated as the morning progresses. For now, I'll send it back to you.
Breaking news now from the UK. Let's go live to Ben Downey in London. Ben, police have arrested Andrew Mountbatten Windsor.
Rick, they have. This is nothing short of historic. 6 unmarked police vehicles arriving at Andrew's Sandringham address and entering the building, taking him into custody. Development that's happened in just the past few moments. Officers say they've arrested him for misconduct in public office. That is after revelations came through in the Epstein files detailing the alleged leaking of secrets and trade documents to the pedophile from Andrew's own email address. There is nothing yet to say about any alleged offences to do with human trafficking, which the former prince is still currently being investigated for. But this astonishing development is actually taking place on his 66th birthday. In just the last few moments, police have put out a statement that reads, following a thorough assessment, we have now opened an investigation into this allegation of misconduct in public office. It's important that we protect the integrity and objectivity of our investigation as we work with our partners to investigate this alleged offence. We understand the significant public interest in this case, and we will provide updates at the appropriate time. There are at least 7 police officers currently investigating or probing allegations around Andrew that have come through from the Epstein files release. The maximum penalty for misconduct in public office is life in prison, and should the former prince be sent to jail, it would be the first member of the royal family jailed in centuries. Rick?
And we are back with you guys. So as you guys just saw on this video, Prince Andrew was arrested today. And my take on it is, finally somebody is, the first piece has fallen down. I don't know if you guys remember the movie London Has Fallen. Well, I call it Prince Andrew Has Fallen. He is the first piece, the first part of this puzzle, which is called the Epstein files, to actually be arrested and actually starts to be held accountable for his actions. Now, whether we will see justice prevail in this case, we still don't know. This is really early on this case. He was literally just arrested today, and I'm sure he's going to have the best lawyers around to defend himself. He is in his 60s, and I believe age will have a lot to do with his detention right now, given the fact that he is part of or was at some point part of the royal family in London. To me, the way I see it is, finally somebody is being held accountable. Finally, the first part of the puzzle has fallen down. And what would be awesome? What it would be awesome is if Prince Andrew grew a pair of balls and actually started talking and naming the other people who are part of this Epstein saga or Epstein files. That would be amazing if he actually came out and he started naming all the other people, because I believe the victims deserve for all these people to go down. All these victims deserve for all these people to go down. This has been a cover-up for years and years and years, and there is a lot of people involved in this. So finally, somebody is doing the appropriate thing by holding someone accountable. And now my question is, London authorities are doing their part. They arrested Prince Andrew. When are the authorities in the United States, when are they going to do their part? Especially the Department of Justice. When will you do your part and start holding accountable those people who are named on those files? When will we see some justice for these victims? So many women and children. When will we see justice served and people paying for what they did to these victims? London started doing their job. I applaud London. I give you a thumbs up for doing your part. Now we got to let Prince Andrew go through the justice system. Hopefully they do the right thing. And if he is guilty, hopefully he will be found guilty if he is, because this is all allegedly until he's found guilty. But I'm hoping that also he will do the right thing. Prince Andrew, please do the right thing. And I need you to confess and call out all the other people who are guilty of these atrocities that we have seen on these files. It's time to bring all these people down. It is time to make all these people who caused so much damage, who caused so much pain to all these victims. It is time for these people to pay the consequences of their actions. You get involved with a pedophile, you get involved in sex trafficking, you get involved in raping children, you should be held accountable, and you should pay for your sins. Prince Andrew, you had a once in a lifetime opportunity by being born into the royal family, and you royally screwed up. You screwed up bigly. You had a one in a lifetime by being born in one of the most important families in the entire world, and you blew your luck, you blew your privilege, because you thought that being part of having the name and having the money, you will never be caught. You will never get caught. Well, karma has a way of finding people when it wants those people. So hopefully we will see justice prevail, and hopefully we will see the Department of Justice of the United States follow on the steps of London, and actually start arresting some of these people who are guilty, some of these people who participated in these atrocities, in this raping of these children, in this raping of these women, drugging teenagers. Somebody needs to pay. So, Department of Justice, if you are listening, I hope you do the right thing and follow on the steps of the London authorities, and bring those who are guilty, bring them to justice. That's the only way that we will be able to give these victims of these atrocious crimes some justice and some relief, is by bringing those who are guilty to the court and have them pay for their crimes. So that's my take on it. The next thing I would like to talk to you guys about is Hillary Clinton was in Munich, Germany. She was at a conference, and where there was other Germany leaders and some other world leaders, and she ripped into Trump. She literally let Trump have it. She called Trump a corrupt person. She said Trump, is sacrificing or pretty much making Ukraine, or trying to get Ukraine to an agreement where they have to give up part of their land in order for the war to end, when it should be the opposite. We should be defending Ukraine. We should be defending, peacefulness, because if this is done to one country, it's only a matter of time before it is done to another country. So we are going to go ahead and play the video of Hillary, and we'll be back with you guys.
Mania to control them. And I think Trump either doesn't understand or could care less about that suffering. So that's what I think.
And so do you think he has destroyed the West, to go to our title?
He has betrayed the West. He's betrayed human values. He's betrayed the NATO Charter, the Atlantic Charter, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. A lot of what has been done before to try to make sense of how difficult it is to restrain people who want unaccountable power. And none of us in this room, including all of us on this panel, would choose to live under a regime that was so unaccountable that it could act with impunity the way that Putin does, except that's who Trump is modeling himself
I don't think we would be having this debate under that kind of regime, for sure. We will come back, I suspect, to the conservatism and liberalism clash within the West, but thank you for that. Peter, do you agree that the Trump administration's actions on Ukraine have produced a rift in the West?
Well, first, I think you really don't like him.
You know, that is absolutely true. But I really, not only do I not like him, I don't like him because of what he's doing to the United States and the world. And I think you should take a hard look at it if you think that there is something good that will come out of it.
Peter,
what I think Trump is doing in America, I think it is reaction for something that, for some policies that really went too far from the regular people, too far from reality. So, you know, we saw the cancel culture. We saw the woke revolution. I don't agree with the gender revolution, the climate alarmism.
Which gender? Women having their rights?
Let Peter go on.
I think there are two genders. So, but some of us think that there is more than one or more than two gender. I think there is male and female, and the rest probably is a social construct. So this is something that went too far.
But does that justify selling out the people of Ukraine who are on the front lines dying to save their freedom and their two genders? If that's what you're worried about?
Can I please finish my points? I'm sorry that it makes you nervous. I'm really sorry for that.
It makes me nervous. It makes me
but seriously, can we let Peter finish, please? Can we let Peter finish, please?
I have to say one more thing. You said that Ukraine fights for our future and for our freedom. I think first Ukraine fights for Ukraine's future, Ukraine's freedom, and Ukraine's sovereignty and independence. So we should help them, of course. But what I see on some people in the West, they are trying to help the Ukraine. But that's another question. I don't know if Trump's administration is helping the Ukraine to stop the war. I believe that there is such an approach. I don't see any other strong geopolitical player who would be able to force Russia to stop killing the Ukrainian people and stop destroying their country. I don't see. Maybe China, but China makes nothing. I don't know if the pressure, if Trump is forcing Russia in the way that they will stop the war. I don't know. I only see that the only Americans right at the moment can make it. I see the dialogue.
Do you think Europe could...
Welcome back. So as you guys just watched on the Hillary video, she literally shreds Trump into pieces. She let, Trump have it. She called out Trump for the fact that Trump is supports or has picked a side pretty much. She called out the president for choosing to be on the Russians' side, and she also called out President Trump for trying to force Ukraine into an agreement into which Ukraine will have to give up some of their land in order for Russia to retrieve and end the war. She also clashed with one of the representatives who didn't agree with what she was saying, and she let everybody know how we are supposed to be we're supposed to be on the Ukraine's side, just because a threat to one of the NATO countries is a threat to the rest of the NATO countries. And if we allow behavior like this, like the Putin behavior, it's only a matter of time before China and other countries try to do the same with other countries and try to take them over. My take on this is I agree with pretty much 99% of what she said. I agree with the fact that, in America, the government has decided to pick a side in this war between Russia and Ukraine. The government decided to pick the side of the bully instead of picking the side of the person who's being bullied. I believe we ought to stay away from wars and other countries' personal business. But in this case, when you have a bigger country like Russia trying to invade a country like Ukraine, who is unofficial, Ukraine is not officially part of NATO, it's unofficially part of NATO. But when you have a democratic country being invaded by a authoritarian country, that is not a good view for the rest of the world. Just because it's only a matter of time before that same country tries to do the same they're doing to Ukraine to another country. And, us as the leader in the world, the United States, I hope that we will support, for the end of the war, but we wouldn't pick a side. We wouldn't choose a side, and we wouldn't try and force Ukraine to this agreement into which they have to give up part of their land in order for Russia to retrieve and end the war. So I agree with Hillary and pretty much 99% of what she said. I believe she would have made a great president if she ever made it as a president. And I agree. I know there's a lot of people that don't agree with that. A lot of people don't like Hillary Clinton. But I do. I believe that she speaks clearly. She speaks her mind when she wants to. And this time she ripped into Trump, and she did the right thing. I believe she did the right thing. And the way this country has, or this government has handled the Ukraine and the Russia situation has been nothing but wrong, completely wrong. And if we don't do something different, this will eventually get out of control, and Russia will be out of control. They are already out of control, but it will continue to get worse. So I applaud Hillary Clinton for what she had to say, and that was my take on it. So this was the two things I wanted to talk to you guys about in this episode of my show, JC Diaz Uncensored. Please hit like, share, and subscribe. Keep the movement going. This helps the algorithm find my channel. Support me, and I will keep on coming with great content for you guys. This is JC Diaz. I hope you guys have an amazing day. And again, the two things we had today was Prince Andrew is the first piece to fall out of the Epstein puzzle, out of the Epstein saga. Now we are hoping that the Department of Justice will follow the steps of the London or Great Britain's authorities and bring those who are guilty of committing these atrocities against these victims to account. We are hoping that they will do the same. Somebody had to fall, and finally somebody is starting to fall. The other thing that will be awesome is if Prince Andrew will decide to speak, to talk, and name those who are also guilty. That would be amazing. The second thing we have for you guys was Hillary Clinton ripping into Trump, letting him know how she feels about his situation and handling of the Russia-Ukraine war. So I hope you guys liked this episode. If you liked it, Please comment below, hit like, share, and subscribe. This is JCD Uncensored. I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care. Peace.